Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor,
I'm Savannah.
and happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
We have great news for you.
We
do. For ourselves.
We have multiple good newses, I guess.
Good news.
First, less exciting, but still exciting. We're almost at 4 movies this week for our AMC A-list.
So true.
And if you have AMC A-list, you know that you can get up to 4 movies in a week, and we've never hit that point, and we're about to hit it.
Yeah, we've been A-listers for over a year. We've never watched 4 movies a week.
Yeah.
But this week is hopefully going to be the week that we do it.
So anyway, just, we'll update you next week. We just
if
have
we
one
do
more
it.
day if we watch one tomorrow. But, we kind of are a little bit movied out, so we'll see.
We're taking today off to make our own movie, this.
Right.
So,
right.
We'll see. We'll let you know.
But the other thing, us and Garrett, the 3 of us, we went into the Ticketmaster war.
We entered the front lines today.
For Tame Impala.
And Joe. Yes, Joe!
And we all joined the waiting room. The queue.
Yeah. There was 95,000 people in front of me in the queue.
And then Garrett had
70 something.
70,000. I got into the queue. There were 55 people in front of me. I was like, is this real?
Is this
real life? Is this real life? So I was the one who had to get tickets. It was really stressful. Honestly, it's the first time I've had to do this. And I had to get as many tickets as I could because we have a whole group of people coming.
Yep.
And we didn't even get as many as we wanted.
No, we didn't even get as many as we needed also. Yeah, but it's fine. We're grateful.
It's fine. But it's just so stressful because it's you want to pick a section or whatever, and then they're disappearing, and you're like, oh my god, which one do I click?
I didn't realize that was your first real Ticketmaster war. Yeah, it was stressful, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because last night, pre the war, I was telling Savannah how stressed I was about getting the tickets. I was like, I'm worried that we're not going to get the tickets.
No,
and Savannah was like, Taylor, it's not going to be a problem. If Savannah wasn't in that, it would have been a problem. We would have not gotten tickets.
Actually, though, I almost didn't do it.
No, literally.
Because I, literally weeks ago, Taylor sent a link to me and was like, sign up for the pre-sale. I was like, okay. And I think I did it, but then it didn't go through for some reason.
You did do it the first time. It just didn't work.
It didn't go through. And I was like, okay, I'll just do it again later. Totally forgot until last night at
12 hours before the pre-sale
at the AMC.
Shout out.
And I signed up for the pre-sale then last night, and then I was number 56 in line, and I was like, oh yeah, okay,
such a win. So catch us there with Kevin and Joe. Where's Nick? We don't know.
There's got to be a Nick there somewhere.
Yeah, there has to be. We'll find him. I've literally never been more excited. Also, cut to us last week when we were manifesting getting these tickets. We manifested it to become true. So somebody clipped that for sure.
Yeah.
But we do have the rundown of the movies that we've seen.
Yeah. Back to the movies.
Honestly, all good movies in my opinion.
Yeah. First one of the week was
Send Help with Rachel McAdams. Love her, first of all.
Yeah. Send
I loved
Help. It was. Yeah, I liked it too. It was okay. I liked the movie, but at the same time, both of the main characters, I kind of hated them both in different ways.
A theme for every movie we saw.
Yes. No, that's so true. I grew to like Rachel McAdams' character. What was her name in it? I forget.
Suddenly I cannot remember.
I don't know. Her character, I grew to like her as the movie progressed, but in the beginning, I hated her, and I also hated
Dylan O'Brien.
Yes, him too. The whole time.
Terrible.
The whole time.
Terrible.
He was just awful. But great movie.
Yeah, it was so fun. Not what I was expecting.
Very much Survivor aspects.
And if you know me, you know I love Survivor.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was great. And then the very next day, we went straight back to the AMC, as we do, and we saw The Moment with Charlie XCX.
No, that one was great. I didn't really know what to expect, but
same, and it was great.
It was.
Wow, that man was really making me mad. That
I
beautiful
know, yeah.
man. What's his name?
Yes.
Skarsgård? There's so many of them. I forget
Yeah.
which one he is.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know his name.
But they the movie itself seemed like it was a mockumentary. Like you could tell it's like not a real documentary, but it felt like these situations could have actually happened.
Yeah.
And then we look it up afterwards, we're like, it actually hasn't really, it didn't
Yeah.
really happen.
Like some parts did happen, but some parts did not happen.
Yeah, but
most parts of like towards the end definitely did not happen.
Yes.
But it was so crazy. It was just, I loved it. And honestly, I didn't think our AMC was going to get that movie. So when I saw it pop up, I was like, we got to go now.
Mhm.
So that's really what sparked the 4-movie week, I would say.
Yeah.
Because I demanded the moment,
Yeah.
have her moment.
See, there's just a lot of good ones out right now. Because also, we saw Wuthering Heights. And that
The big
is like,
one.
yeah, that's like the big one right now.
Incredible.
It was.
Oh, wow. People are really hating on it. And to be fair, no, I didn't read the book. I know, I heard it's way different than the book. But if you just remove yourself from that, oh, it was incredible.
Yes, I agree.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. The outfits, literally the house that they live in. I'm like, I want to live there.
I would give anything to live there. And
Like,
honestly, just give me one of the rooms. I don't even need the whole house. I would just take one. Wow.
Yeah, but also back to hating the main characters. I
Big hate.
hated the main characters, but just because, like, I don't know, it's just like I can't help but put myself into these situations when I'm watching a movie. Sometimes I'm like, I wouldn't have done that. You know?
Never in a million years would we have done that.
Right. So it's like I was just screaming in my head, like, why are you doing that? What, like, you're messing this all up, like, blah blah blah. You know?
Yeah.
And I was just like,
and it's crazy because they also knew that they were messing it up. Like
true.
in the moment.
That's
but
true.
also they were just so beautiful, both of them. I was just I hated them so bad, but I also was in love with them so bad.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Like 100% hate and love at the same time.
Yeah.
It was so good. So
yeah,
3 out of 3 for the movies we've seen so far this week.
Like a little bit of spoilers, but I honestly I liked her husband, and I was like, she seems like she has a great life with her husband. Why is she's like,
well, that's just not her true love,
I guess. But he was gone for 4 years.
Yeah, but she still loved him.
He should have stayed gone. He honestly messed everything up by coming back. That's
Let me
all
tell
I'm
you
gonna
what,
say.
Savannah is a big Heathcliff hater. H8 over there.
Low-key, like,
and that's okay.
I don't know.
That man was just too fine for me to hate. Couldn't hate him. I could not hate him. Well,
yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. Pause, because I forgot.
Okay, what?
I have news for Savannah, and I'm not sure if she knows it or not, but I told her I wanted to wait for live on air. So, this is big. If you don't know it, Hannah Montana 20-year anniversary special is going to be on Disney Plus, which is great news.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Like in a couple of weeks, I think.
Wait, what does that mean though?
Nobody knows what it means. Like, I think it's like giving movie. I would say like movie concert is what I'm imagining, but that's just a guess.
Like a concert, or is it actually her acting as Hannah Montana? Like,
oh well, I would say she's gonna be acting as Hannah Montana for sure.
Like she's Miley Stewart again.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Like yes, but I do have some questionable news that goes along with that.
Oh, okay. What?
The only information that's been provided, other than like this is happening, and she has confirmed it, like Miley herself, is that Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy is like the host. And I don't know what that means. And also, I'm like, listen, Alex Cooper, I love you down, girl, but I just don't know if this is for Alex Cooper. You know, like I just don't know if she needs to be in this.
Listen,
I'm really not trying to be a hater.
If you're saying there's a host, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be what I want.
Low-key.
Like low-key.
Low-key. Like, but
like,
I don't
I'll
know
probably
if, like,
still watch it, but
like I don't know if it means it's live though. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And like in that case, it might just be like a concert live. I don't really know. But also, I'm just like, we're talking about Hannah Montana. And that's like, I know we're all grown up now, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But like, Call Her Daddy is what Alex Cooper is known for. Like, I'm shocked that Disney is like allowing this, because if you haven't listened to Call Her Daddy, I mean, it's just it's all sexual.
But they're just, it's a big show, her podcast, and also like Disney, I think, you know, has they know they have an older audience now and people watch her.
No, that's true.
And
they're also with Hulu now, honestly, so I guess that's the point. I just figured it out. Wait, stop. We gotta stop, because that's obviously I figured it out.
And Miley Cyrus is just,
I know Miley don't care, but I'm just saying, like,
no, but if they have Miley Cyrus on Disney, like representing Disney, then like it's the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get what you're saying. But like, also, I just realized, it hit me in the moment live here, that Disney bought Hulu, and Hulu is like who did Alex's show. See, so like that's why.
Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, now that it makes sense, fine.
But it almost doesn't make sense.
No, but I'm not a hater of Alex Cooper, but I don't like her interview style at all. Sorry. But
I actually have not really watched. Mm-hmm. So
like, I loved Call Her Daddy when it was just her and the microphone telling her stories.
Yeah.
But now that she interviews people, I just don't really like the way she does it, and I don't really like the questions that she asks. So I just worry about the host part of Hannah Montana.
Right, like, is it just gonna be her podcast, but like renamed the 20th anniversary show?
And that's what I don't really want. So I just don't really know. So that's why I'm saying, like, it's good news, and also it's a little bit debatable news.
Right.
For that, but
I'll save my excitement until we know.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm excited either way to see Hannah again, regardless. But
wait a sec.
What?
I just thought of something that could be amazing.
What?
Which, okay, I don't know if they would do this, but what if it is like that, an interview style thing, where, because in my mind it was, she was going to be interviewing Miley Cyrus as just like herself.
She's going to be doing Miley Stewart.
But what if she interviews her as Hannah Montana?
Okay. And like, she's just like on Call Her Dad. Okay, now that's an idea, Disney.
That's an idea. Like,
write that one down.
Okay.
Because if that's the case, then take back erase what I just said, and let's run with that. Because that I could be down for.
I guess we'll see.
We will see. I don't know when it comes out, but look forward to it, I suppose. Mm-hmm. But
20 years.
I'm 20. Who we talk about feeling
How old are we? What the?
We want to say it? No. I'm 28.
We don't even need to. I was just saying, like, how old are we? Like,
we're old is the answer. Old enough that our childhood, like, big show is now 20 years old. 2 decades. Yikes.
It seems impossible, but I guess it's possible.
It does seem impossible. But it's not. Like, this is really how our parents felt. Like, even still, like, when we're like, oh, I've never heard of whoever. Like, my parents are like, oh, somebody died. I'm like, I don't know who that is. And they're like, oh, what do you mean?
No, I know. Yeah.
And now we're like, oh, Hannah Montana's 20 years old.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's the same stuff. Crazy. Well, we'll get the best of both worlds. I'm sure. And that is what I'm excited about the most.
Exactly.
Well, if you don't know, it's tarot time.
Just jump right into it.
Yeah, straight in.
Have to.
No. I don't even know what I was going for there, actually. Whatever I was saying, it left my brain. Quickly and swiftly.
All right.
Why are these cards? Last week, too, they're, like, hard.
I don't know.
Maybe my hands are just weak from the winter. Cold, honestly.
Could be.
Okay. We have the 7 of Swords reversed.
Okay.
Which I don't know if we've ever pulled that one. If we have, it wasn't memorable to me. Sorry, 7 of Swords.
Honestly, yeah, I don't know if we have either. The Suit of Swords are associated with power and conflict. But be keen to remember that swords have a double edge. They are reminders that there's a fine line between good and evil, so be mindful of your thoughts and ambitions. And the 7 of Swords upright.
Reversed.
7 of Swords reversed. Responsibility, acceptance, challenges, and commitment.
Okay.
So
You heard it here first, folks. Like, on it. Wait. Okay. I mean, it kind of still is fitting with the same kind of stuff, you know? I mean,
know.
sacrifice isn't listed, but like kind of everything else, like acceptance, commitment,
Mhm.
it kind of still all fits.
Challenges.
Yeah.
Listen, we've had a theme so far this whole year.
We have. Like, for real.
Just crazy.
Can't wait to see what it all, ends up being
I know, right?
throughout the year.
Yeah.
Truly. I'm excited. Very, very excited. Well, if you want to get into your story, Savannah.
Yeah, I do.
Good.
All right. So this week, I'm going to be talking about a little thing called telekinesis. Ever heard of it?
Just a little thing. Yes, I have heard of that. Yeah.
Okay, telekinesis, but also just a specific person that supposedly had the ability to do telekinesis.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Her name was Nina Kulagina.
Okay. Fire name. Like Nina Kulagina. Okay. Period.
Russian/Soviet from Soviet Union.
Okay.
So a little bit background on Nina. She was born on July 10th of 1926, from the Soviet Union, and she was 14 years old when she joined the Red Army, so the Soviet Union Army.
14 is like insane.
Yeah, it is crazy. And she also served on the front line as a radio operator of a battle tank.
Oh, at 14?
I mean, I don't know if at 14,
Yeah,
but like while
still.
she was still
I mean,
young,
props to my
probably.
girl Nina. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And she even became a senior sergeant, and then she did end up getting injured while, fighting at war, which kind of followed her the rest of her life a little bit.
No.
But she ended up getting married and having children in the 1960s. And while all this is going on, she's discovering that she has psychic/telekinetic powers.
No big deal. That's wild.
So the USSR/the KGB conducted research on her abilities.
Okay.
And these experiments were actually even captured on film.
What?
Some of them.
That's I bet the US was super interested in this girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Yeah.
US and Soviets.
Right, I know. So let's get into her abilities a little bit. She realized that she would, like, when she got angry, items would spontaneously start moving around her.
You know what that sounds like? Wicked.
I guess so, yeah, a little bit. So yeah, like that's like the first sort of sign that she saw of like some sort of ability she had.
Does that ever happen to you? Like when you get mad?
No.
Me neither, unfortunately.
No. And she also says that she remembered that her mother was able to move objects with her mind.
Runs in the family.
She said as a child, she would watch in awe as her mother focused on objects and then they would spin, drag, or fly across the room.
Wow.
So, and like, I think at first she, as an adult, she was like, maybe these memories I had as a kid were not true, like.
Totally.
Sometimes when you're a kid, you kind of just like make up these false memories almost. But then as she started to think about it and saw that she was kind of doing it herself, she's like, wait, maybe it was real.
She's like, hold up, bump the brakes.
So yeah, she realized like maybe my mom actually passed this down to me and she was able to do it too. So then after sort of discovering this, I'm not really sure how they found her or she like told people about it or something, but she ended up getting, being part of these research projects basically, and was studied by scientists. They had her sit at a table and move inanimate objects on the table. And like I said, they recorded these experiments. And there are black and white videos of this with no sound on YouTube.
What? That's wild. I'm gonna have to go look that up.
Yeah.
Or actually, now that you're saying, maybe I've seen it before. Because I have seen, but I honestly just thought it was fake videos. Like
Yeah,
on
let me
TikTok and stuff,
see if I can find it real quick. I should have had it linked, actually.
That's crazy
Let
that
me see if I
they
can
recorded it.
Yeah,
I'm glad they did, so we can have the evidence now.
right.
Wow. Have you ever tried to move stuff with your mind, though? Because I have.
No.
Okay, maybe we need to try. So then we can figure out if Savannah has the abilities too. I have tried many a time. Unfortunately, it's never worked for me. But I'm holding out hope that maybe one day.
Okay. Yeah, these videos, it is a little bit iffy because it's like really blurry
I mean,
too.
yeah, the
But
cameras weren't
like
really
just like look at
great.
what she like I don't know if it's actually edited in some way or if she's really doing
Okay, well,
it.
the crazy thing is that she's like moving multiple things at one time and they're all moving like together.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like,
that's just one of the clips.
oh yeah, there's another one and she's like moving stuff in. Okay, but she's moving stuff inside a box in this one.
Yeah. Wait, let me see. What's it? Oh yeah, I saw that one earlier.
Yeah.
Cuz
It's like, because I was thinking like, okay, maybe she's pulling, like there's a string attached and she's pulling it.
no,
But
yeah,
then when he covers it
exactly.
with the box, then
Yeah, I think that's why they did that.
yeah, which I'm glad they did.
Yeah. No, but there if you literally just search Nina Kulagina telekinesis, it just comes up.
Yeah, wow. I love that.
Um so anyway, th- that's just a little something to sit
Yeah.
in your mind while I'm telling you about this stuff.
I'm like sitting here trying to move my iPad.
Right. So if you I'll try to get a clip into the video, but she's basically
She's
like
like,
has her hands over it and she's like
and it's like moving like,
yeah, like she'll move her
you
hand
know, like,
uh like basically pushing the air around it and then it'll move
but
and
it's, yeah, but
guiding it
it's
with
like
her hands but
heavy
not touching
stuff.
it.
Yeah, too. It was like like a paperweight was one of the things. And there was paper because I was like, maybe it's just the wind of her moving her hand. But then the paperweight.
Yeah. So anyway, um so yeah, she's seen touching or moving things without touching them and she takes a lot of concentration to do this. The things on the table as she's moving them, it's not like it's moving far, but they do move.
They
So,
definitely move, yeah.
I don't know. She also reported that she would feel a sharp pain in her spine while using this power,
Oh, wow.
and her heart rate would go up as well. And it went up to 180 beats per minute.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and her vision would blur a little bit.
That's crazy.
So honestly, like, is it worth it to have this power?
Like Loki, no.
Like that's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it, and then it just doesn't seem.
Yeah, because it doesn't move far. Like if you could move, like if
Yeah.
I could pick like my couch up and move it
Mhm.
across the room, and maybe she can, but like
Honestly, I feel like if she practiced enough, I mean, maybe
true.
not. I don't know.
Maybe she would need a lot of energy.
Yes, probably. Oh, she could also project things onto photographic paper, like
What?
transferring images, like transferring an outline of an image that she was looking at into a photographic paper.
Okay, that's more crazy, honestly, than her moving the stuff.
Like that's pretty crazy.
That's insane. From her mind? Like she
I
sees a
guess.
picture and then it goes on. That's crazy.
I know. I tried to find some sort of video of that, couldn't.
Yeah. Wow.
And then this is another one that I couldn't find the video of, but they say that she, um, for one of the experiments, they put a tank of water in front of her and put an egg in it, and she separated the yolk from the white. And then
Okay.
they said she put it back together too.
Okay. That's crazy.
So,
like my jaw is on the floor.
right.
Metaphorically.
Like, yeah, it's crazy if somebody could actually do this stuff. After they had her do all of these little experiments, they're like, let's move on to something a little different. Mhm.
Okay.
Like, the we know that she can move inanimate objects, but what about living tissue? Like a beating heart.
Okay. Why would we even attempt that?
Well, they took a frog's heart.
No. Okay, I'm not that much of a frog hater. I'm really not.
So,
That's sad.
yeah, well, this is one of the biggest experiments that they had with Nina. On March 10th of 1970, these scientists, they got a frog's heart and it was freshly removed from the frog. So it wasn't even in the frog anymore. Um, they put it in a solution that was supposed to keep it from beating for up to an hour. And and they were like measuring it beats per minute through electrodes they hooked up, and they also monitored Nina's heart as well. It took her like 20 minutes to sort of prep herself to get ready to like do this, like move the heart, you know.
Yeah.
Um she has to like totally focus and meditate and clear her mind to get this to like come to her. So she did all that. Um and she attempted to stop the heart because that's what they told her to do.
Oh, okay.
So she focused intently on it, and at first she made it beat faster. Or seemed to, like it did beat faster.
Mm-hmm.
And her own heart was beating faster too.
Mm-hmm.
And then it slowed down, and as she kept focusing on the frog's heart, it stopped.
Okay, because when you started, I was going to ask, why the heck would they not just do it on a living frog? But I see now that they were trying
Yeah,
to stop the heart.
yeah, and it's like,
I thought she was just
yes,
trying to simply lift it and like move it like she was the other things.
right, no, no, no.
I didn't realize they were like trying to kill him. That's
Yeah.
crazy that they'd be like, okay, you can lift stuff. Now let's try to kill. Like,
I mean, this is like the
no, I know, but
this
like
is
that's
during
just
like during
ruthless.
the Cold War, and they're probably trying some sort of like, war tactics to like they're
Yeah.
like, okay, what kind of technology can we use to for our enemies?
Mm-hmm.
Um and if they could somehow get telekinesis to work to stop people's hearts,
I mean,
like
yeah, it
that's
would be
not
a
really traceable.
win. Yeah, a win for the big evil people. Anybody who would like, yeah, let's just kill. That's just so
Right.
wild. It's scary that people think that way. You know,
Yeah. I don't know if I mean, they probably were thinking exactly that.
like somebody up at the top was thinking that.
Yeah,
Maybe not the people actively working on it, but like
right.
from the top.
Hmm. Hmm.
Scary. And
Yeah,
scary she did it.
I know. Actually, yeah, a lot of people in the room did believe that this happened, but then there was a physician in the room that was skeptical. And so he's like, okay, well, try it on me. Because he
Okay,
really like
see.
just didn't believe her.
I mean, yeah.
So then she did. She tried to they set up a whole experiment. They're like, fine, like, yeah, let's try it on you. And so they both got hooked up to EKG machines. And in a couple of minutes after she's like focusing, analysts noted that the physician's heart rate was beating at a dangerous rate, and they
Stop.
stopped the experiment.
Stop. That's great. Did he believe it then?
I guess so. I would, I
Wow.
would.
Yeah.
So videos of this experiment did make it back to the US Defense Department.
Just as I said, I knew they were watching.
Yeah, so they kind of, yeah, they knew what they were up to.
Yeah.
They knew. They're like, what? Some sort of mind control thing going on here.
They said,
And then
if you have it, we want it.
I'm guessing that's what made them want to do
The
their
Montauk.
own testing. Yeah.
Yes.
The Montauk project
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So yeah. Um, so there's not necessarily like a reason why or like an explanation for how this happened,
Yeah, of
like
course.
how she could do any of this, but scientists did suggest that maybe the electromagnetic energy that's like normally emitted from living tissue was greatly amplified in her case. So she was just like had a bigger energy field
Mm-hmm.
and like could move it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, every story, every single story can trace back to the magnets and the energy field. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
how does one read an energy field? We must have low ones if we don't have the capability.
I guess so.
Tragic.
I know. So this all began to take a toll on her health, though. She really was just like starting to suffer with her overall health. And she began to like lose weight from the experiments, had an irregular heartbeat because every time she's doing this, it's affecting her heart.
Yeah.
Severe exhaustion, just taking a lot out of her. She also lost taste, like her sense of taste.
That's terrible.
Disturbed motor skills, extreme pain in her extremities. It's just not good.
Mm-mm.
She also suffered a nervous breakdown and was put under close observation at a hospital.
Honestly, I would be. They would have to put me in the hospital too. If I could do this, and then they're like, kill this rat heart, and you're like, okay, then you kill a person almost.
See, and
That's like mentally crazy.
it's that, but it's also just like I don't know, it's just probably exhausting
Yeah,
overall.
that's what I mean, like physically, and then on top of the mental.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Because she at first, this all started. She was like, I can just lift things when I'm mad, and now they're like, here's all of this on
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
plus you're exhausted. Like that's crazy.
So when she was in the hospital, she was sewing a lot and she was able to do this really weird thing. So while she's sewing, she was able to reach into a basket and pull out a specific color that she wanted without looking.
Okay.
And
Okay.
they were like, "Okay, how are you doing that?" She said, "I can see the colors with my fingertips."
No big deal. That's why her extremities are hurting. She's like reading color through them. Like,
Right. So anyway, after all of this, when this info was kind of made more public, people found out about her powers, quote unquote. Um, People started calling her a fraud.
of course.
Yeah. She was even called out by Russian newspaper uh, Pravda, and they called her a fraud, and she actually sued them for defamation in 1987.
Go off, Nina.
Mm-hmm. And she did get granted a partial victory in the case. So it's good.
Let's go.
And then so Nina did retire from using her powers after she suffered a heart attack.
Oh no.
Yeah. In the 70s. And yeah, so she just stopped using her powers and they stopped the experiments after that.
Yeah.
And she did live until 1990, up to she died at age 64.
That's so young, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy.
So yeah, Nina Kulagina. She I don't know, but it's just cool if that's
So
real.
cool. Like, so
'Cause
like
what-
scientists don't say anything like, oh, maybe it could have been other than like the electromagnetic. They're like, there's no other explanation.
I think I think the only real theories out there are like either the electromagnetic field or something, or she's faking it. Like there's no other real like explanation for how this could be happening.
Well,
I guess the other explanation would be paranormal, and it's that like, oh, she can just move it. Like
yeah.
it's not a scientific explanation.
Yeah, no.
But so that would be the third one, I guess. But I don't think they really want to go with that one.
I don't think that Nina is faking it. I don't think she was. How could you? I just watched those videos. You guys have to go see the videos.
I mean, I don't know. The videos are hard to tell because
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't know.
but like
Videos like
I don't
that
know.
it like it's so it is they are kind of blurry. So they probably could have been faked. And then I want to say, oh yeah, if it was more current day, we'd be able to tell. No, we wouldn't because of AI.
No, we wouldn't.
But
We wouldn't.
Yeah,
But
I
like
don't
I don't
know.
know. Also, just like the rat and the doctor and how that is just so.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
so
it
mind
wasn't a
blown.
rat, it was a frog.
Oh, sorry. I meant frog.
Yeah, the frog.
I don't like talking on them. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I really don't hate frogs that much. I love them just from a far distance away.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-mm. No, but the story of Nina, I
that's my
I don't know.
girl.
See, and part of me is like, would I want to have these powers? Yes and no, because it would be cool to be able to do that, but it seems like it just takes a lot out of you.
Mm-hmm.
So is it worth it?
Yeah, it honestly wouldn't be worth it, but I would still want it.
Yeah,
Like
because it's
I
like you
don't.
don't have to use it.
Yeah, no, but I would be using it. Like,
What if
I
you just
mean,
practice enough?
imagine our podcast if I had telekinesis skills. Like, first of all,
Okay, also though, she did say she got an injury in the war, like
yeah,
maybe that's why it took so much out of her.
right. Also, I was low-key thinking, like, what if the injury might have sparked something in her? Because isn't that like when stuff started happening, like after the military and stuff?
I think that's when she started noticing.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, maybe not because her mom did pass it down, but maybe, like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Crazy. Shout out my girl Nina.
Yeah.
I believe her. I'm on her side. That is crazy. I have never heard of that, and that is mind
I know.
blowing.
I was gonna just like go through a history of telekinesis, but then found out there was somebody who actually claimed to have had it, and I was
Right.
like, okay.
No, we
So
needed to know Nina's story. That's my jaw is still on the floor, actually.
yeah, yeah.
Well, your jaw's about to be on the floor too,
Okay,
actually.
I'm ready.
I have a mystery for you. We know how I feel about mysteries, but this one's a good one, a real good one.
Okay.
So I have for you the mystery of the Dodleston Messages.
Okay.
That was supposed to be like the Twilight Zone sound, but it did
Yeah.
not sound like it.
I mean, I get the vibe though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have said dun dun dun, but honestly, the Twilight Zone fits better in this case scenario, and you'll see why. So, this story is taking us to Dodleston, England. Pip pip cheerio. Specifically, Meadow Cottage. Love the name. It is a 18th century brick stone cottage style house. And this house is said to have many secrets deep within its foundation. So the house, it was owned by a man named Ken Webster. And boy, did Ken have some experiences in this house. I think I'm gonna die in this house. Literally.
Oh my god. Did he write that song?
I think he inspired the song.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
kidding. Actually, no. He's fine in this house. But let's just get right on into it. You know, as they typically do, things are chill at first in these kinds of stories. It's the fall of 1984. Ken lives in this little cute cottage in England with his girlfriend Debbie. It seems like a dream life, honestly. And Ken, he's an economics teacher. And one day, he brings home a BBC microcomputer to help renovate his cottage.
Microcomputer.
Yeah, so we're in 1984. It's like the beginning of the technology era.
Right.
And he's a teacher, and so they had these at the school. So he brought it home because he was
Okay.
kind of going to like digitally lay out his cottage in
Okay,
1984. Isn't that so
cute.
cool?
Wait, I love that.
I know. I was like, shout out Ken for this because that's cool.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. Also, though, what is a micro
Yeah,
computer?
I
Is
knew.
it like a laptop?
I know you were going to ask. I had never heard of this either. So it is a very simple but powerful device for its time. It's primarily just for basic computer tasks. It has very little memory, like zero memory essentially, and no internet connection. So keep
Okay.
remembering that. Essentially, imagine like you get the laptop from the store today, no applications on it, no internet on it. It's just like a dummy computer. Like there's like a text note, there's like the settings, there's probably like a game like Snake
Okay.
on there, but like there's not a lot of stuff. But he was gonna use like this thing to like map his house.
Okay.
It was like an app.
Right.
But just no, there's no internet connection whatsoever at this time.
Mhm.
So, fun fact, since his little cottage was literally centuries old, that's why he wanted to update and upgrade it. Well, Savannah, I'm going to need you to buckle up because what started out as Ken just doing this DIY house project quickly turns into one of the strangest paranormal mysteries of all time. Like, very famous. Don't know how I haven't heard of this. I did ask my parents if they heard of this. They said, of course, Taylor. What are you talking about? I said,
What?
well, I wasn't alive, so.
Wait, okay, just even the start of that, I don't know what you're talking about. So, like,
I know.
I don't think I'm gonna know it either.
I don't know. I think you would know already if you did.
Okay.
So, yes. So, what am I going to get into? You might ask, Savannah. Well, a computer that communicates with people from both the past and the far future.
Oh,
So,
that's crazy.
so we're reverse it back. Ken brings his computer home, right? He's ready to start his little project. He sets it up, takes forever. And it's the 80s. So obviously Ken and Debbie, they're super excited just to open the computer and play around on it. Even before they get started with like the serious stuff. Even a new computer today is fun. So imagine in the 80s. I can't imagine. So they get on. They're playing around for a couple days. A couple days goes on. You know, they're starting their projects and stuff. And they open the computer one day. And there is a little black old text box. So like, you know how like in old computers there's like code, even you know the code box comes up. So the code box is up, but there's no code on it. There's instead text files.
Okay.
That seemed to pop. They were just on the computer open when they opened it.
Okay.
So it actually caused like a low-key argument between Debbie and Ken because they were like, you did it, and he was like, no. And he was like, you did it, Debbie. And she was like, no, I didn't.
Okay.
So they're arguing, and eventually they're like, okay, well then, what does it say? Whatever. Text that both of them swear they did not type. And also it has been confirmed it was not pre-installed on the computer either. The early messages were written in archaic, broken English. And they really confused Ken and Debbie. Because, why, you may ask? Well, the text addressed them by name. Ken and Debbie, who are you? And essentially the writer like implies somehow like they had taken over the house. I mean, they did. So they're like, who are you, Ken and Debbie?
What?
No, that would be a good prank for Ken and Debbie to do, honestly, like on each other. So I understand why they were arguing about it. But like, can you imagine if after the argument that like died down and you're like, okay, I actually really didn't write that.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, me neither, for real. You're like, okay. So.
See, okay, I would almost, if I were them, I would think somebody else came in the house and typed it.
Oh yeah, they did.
You know,
they did. They thought it was their friends. Because of course they had told their friends like, hey, we're getting this microcomputer. And then, so it also started like a rift in the friendship too. There were many arguments, many blames put on a lot of people. And it was not from anybody. So not from anything that I could tell or anybody else. So they didn't respond to it at first. You know, they were like, I don't know what this is. Let's just ignore it. Thinking it's going to go away.
Yeah.
And it does for a couple days. Nothing else happens. But then a few days later, there's more messages coming through. The text box is reopened and the old ones are gone. There's new messages. So these messages are coming in and I'm not going to just sit here and read. There's, spoiler alert, I think there's there's a lot of messages. I'm not I do not have the time to sit here and read them to you. So I'm going to paraphrase them. But the next messages, they were coming in, including signatures at this point, coming from somebody calling himself Lucas Weinman. And Lucas was claiming in these messages that he was a 16th century owner of this house, of this cottage that they were in. He was like, this is my house. And he lived there, he said, in 1546. Now we are in 1984.
Right.
So that's a long periodically time. So now.
Okay.
Yeah. And also if you do want to see the actual messages, you can find them online, but we don't have the time. So his messages are mostly at first him talking about horses, oak houses, and his rural like farm life that he was living. And okay, also my favorite part is that Lucas kept talking about the lights of the devil that he could see. So like from what I could tell from the messages, Lucas was knowing that there was people in his house and could see these lights of the devil, but that's pretty much all he could see. Like he couldn't fully see everything. We'll get more into it later. You'll understand more. But They did figure out that he was talking about the modern electricity. And he was like, the lights of the devil, because they didn't have electricity. This
Oh
is
my
before the
God.
invention of electricity. This man lived in this house. And now there's lights and he has a computer. And he's like, what is these? All from the devil.
What?
And
That's
so,
crazy.
yeah, right. Hilarious. Also, Lucas talked about the red sandstone foundation of the house. And Ken was like, at this point, they are responding because they're like having conversations. And he's like, there's not a red sandstone foundation. And Lucas was like, yes, there is.
Okay.
And when they start the renovation of this house, they uncover an old red sandstone foundation under other foundations.
Okay, that would trip me up. 'Cause
Right.
What do you mean?
So that was the first moment they're like, okay, so maybe this isn't a prank by one of our friends, because how would anybody know that? Because it was under, not, it wasn't just like they pull up the floorboard and there it is. It was like under layers and layers.
Oh my God.
So that's point number one of some evidence of that's maybe possibly real. Crazy. So from 1984 and throughout 1985, Ken and Lucas are essentially ghost pen pals. Like, and Debbie.
Okay.
Debbie's there too for all of this.
Yeah.
They're kind of becoming friends, and they're sharing things with each other, more personal with every single message that it gets. And Lucas, like, he would describe his daily life, and also he would reference homes and local names and settings all in the area that have today been historically examined and confirmed to be all real people and places back then. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
What?
Confirmed. So this is where things are going to start to get a little bit confusing. You're just going to have to try to stick with me. You got this. Up to this point, all of these messages had been signed by the name Lucas Weinman. At this point, he wasn't including his last name. It was just Lucas. But
Yeah.
one day, just one random day, there was a handwritten note beside the computer. Yes,
What?
I said handwritten. All of these other texts were on the computer. This is handwritten. And the handwritten note is signed Thomas. It's just Thomas. Thomas Howarden.
So not Lucas.
So,
okay, but how did, okay, I was gonna say maybe Thomas is just not tech savvy, but Lucas doesn't seem like he would be either, so
right.
why would he choose to write on paper?
Right. So, during the 16th century, which is when Lucas was living, it was a mystic belief that one should never tell a demon your real name, so that the demon does not have any power over you. Still a belief today, actually. And so people speculate that essentially because he was calling like the lights and the technology in the house demons already and devils, that perhaps Lucas, aka Thomas, was afraid that he was talking to a demon at first, and that's why he didn't want to give his real name. So he gave a fake name. And so essentially after months of talking, people think that this is Lucas telling Ken and Debbie his real name, and that he wanted to write it on paper. Perhaps you'll see a reason why soon. Just keep that in the back of your head.
Okay.
Yes. So Lucas and Thomas, for the rest of the story, they are one and the same. They are, people have come to the conclusion that Lucas and Thomas are the same person in the story. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, quick side note, Taylor theory. If you kind of apply that to like all ghosts, like what if the ghosts are not trying to scare us and we're actually scaring them, and like they don't, like they don't realize it's us and we don't realize it's them, and it's like both.
I've thought about that before too. Yeah.
Right. Because that's what it's giving. Like they, like Ken and Debbie were scaring Lucas Thomas,
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Truly.
Yeah, because if you don't know you're a ghost, or even if you do in a way, like you don't want somebody in your house.
No. Like even if you do know you're a ghost, you're like, I'd still get out of my house.
Yeah.
Like I would feel the same way. Crazy.
It's like, who are these scary people?
Yeah, absolutely crazy. So, historians get on this immediately because Ken and Debbie, they're telling people about this as this is happening. And we have confirmed the name Thomas Howarden and they have found a real historical figure who lived in the 1500s connected to Brasenose College in Oxford, which Lucas claimed that he went to in previous messages with Ken.
That's wild.
Yeah, so that's crazy. I will say one skepticism that people have, linguistic experts who actually Ken consulted in the first place
Yeah.
to analyze the text. Because Ken was like, I want to know, like, if this is, like, if it's real or what is going on. So he's kind of giving this information out to a lot of people to study. And these experts come back and they seem to think that the language that Lucas/Thomas is using was slightly different, like grammatically, from the English of his era. But people also say that the linguistics of the time are pretty limited, especially for like this small area, like where this is. So like it's kind of hard to confirm or deny that.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, if that's the one thing that they're saying doesn't match up, and when everything else matches up, like that's not very strong of a point.
Yeah, no, that is crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with the skeptics on that one, but
I know. Yeah, I think I would just disregard.
yeah, I mean, like
that
maybe he just
skepticism.
talked different, you know?
Right.
Or, like
Yeah.
maybe his family had.
Like, what about it? Just
And
some
they also
spoken-
just said slightly different. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like, and there wasn't specifics on that, so I don't really know. But Savannah, I'm gonna need you to put on a second seatbelt. Because
okay.
No, because this is where the story gets like 100 times crazier.
Okay. Let's do it.
Suddenly, Ken and Debbie get a message. This time for real from a third person.
Okay.
Like it's not Thomas, it's not Lucas. That's one person. This is a different person. This one signs itself as 2109.
Okay, what?
Yeah, so now these three people are talking kind of all together, Ken, Lucas/Thomas, and 2109.
So, okay, Thomas, he wrote a letter first. But did he type on the computer at all as Thomas?
Oh, no. Oh, the only thing he handwrote was his name. Everything else is on the computer.
Right. So everything else on the computer was Lucas quote.
Yeah, Thomas, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know, but I'm trying to wrap my head around it. So the only thing that was signed as Thomas was one singular letter.
No. That was just the only thing that was signed by Thomas is literally like a post-it note that says Thomas, whatever his last name was.
Yeah, so
and
one
so
handwritten
after that, they were signed Thomas, not Lucas anymore.
Oh.
Sorry, I definitely should have made that clear.
Okay, so on the computer.
Yes.
It was
yes.
okay.
After that, it was Thomas. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. But like the story, like most of the time, they're just calling him Lucas. So that's why I keep saying Lucas Thomas, because it gets confusing when you're doing this. But that's the same person. That's the same person.
No, I got that it's the same person, but that makes sense that now he's signing his name as that now. Okay.
Yes.
I get you.
Yes. But also like after they kind of tell each other their names, they stop kind of signing the names. Because at this point they're like, okay, well, we know who we're talking to.
Yeah.
Until now there's 2109. And now they have to start signing their names again.
Right. Okay.
Because now there's 3.
All right.
So at first, now this is so, you got to follow me. Lucas/Thomas,
yes,
at first thinks that 2109 is Ken's real life friends.
Okay.
That's not. And Ken is like, no, Thomas, Lucas, I don't know who/what that is. This situation, he's like, this is essentially me and you, but we got a new person. It's not my friends.
They're just all in a chat room.
No, literally, like this is maybe the first chat room. Like,
yeah, because it's not actually a chat room. It's just
they made their own.
Yeah,
literally. So that kind of seemed to like open up the dialogue more between them. So very different from Lucas and Ken's messages. Okay, like where they were just kind of telling their life stories.
Yeah.
These new messages, very cryptic, slightly evasive, not really answering questions.
Okay.
2109 refers to themselves in the plural sense. Like there's not just one. There's like we.
Right. I mean, I don't know if it's just the numbers, but it's giving like bot.
It's giving bot for sure.
Like you're a robot.
Giving AI before AI, honestly.
Right. AI.
Yes. So the first thing that 2109 says is that, we are plural, and actually they warn Ken and Debbie that they should forget about their existence.
What?
Yep.
What do you mean?
That's what they said. But then, of course, Ken's like, no, babe, who are you? What do you mean? I'm not going to forget. You already said something now. So 2109 then claims they are not human in the conventional sense.
Oh, see, I knew it.
Bot. But actually not bot, because they claim that they are not bound to any physical form or time the way that humans are. Now, I do have some direct quotes from 2109 because these are bonkers, cuckoo bananas. Quote, "We are not physical beings. We move at a speed that allows us to cover every point in the universe. We feed on a type of heat energy." End the quote.
Okay. Listen, I don't know if you have theories or anything, but my first theory that I'm thinking of right now is that somewhere in time, AI progresses to become time travelers.
My next point. In recent years, I will say that this is the leading theory now that AI does
Time
exist.
traveling AI? How does that
Yeah.
even make sense?
So, not actually time travel. We're not quite there yet.
Right.
But, essentially that is what they're saying, though. They say that the reason why people think that this could be AI time travel is because quantum AI today in 2026 uses high amount of heat to work. And that's precisely what 2109 said.
Yeah.
So perhaps that's what they were talking about in 1985, but that is just a theory. It's not confirmed, but a dang good theory if you ask me. Savannah got to it before I even said it.
Why did it go back to 1985?
Right.
What?
Well, I can tell you right now why it went back to 1985.
Okay.
2109 claimed that Ken and Debbie had a purpose in life that would change the face of history, and that's why they went back. However, they refused to explain any further on that. And when Ken and Debbie asked, okay, why? They said that they were there only to provide guidance, not to force the outcome. Which sounds like a dang time traveler to me, if I ever heard one. Because the butterfly effect, Which, I get that, though. I get that. Like a little warning, you got to change the world, but we can't really tell you why or how. That would stress me out.
No, because that's definitely a trope in some movies or shows or something. And
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So, as these conversations continue over time, 2109 became very insistent on telling Ken and Debbie specific actions to do. So they're like, okay, well, if we got to change the world, let's just do it. With me, honestly. So 2109 said that they need to get in contact with this renowned UFO researcher, Gary Rowe.
Okay.
Turns out Gary Rowe does exist, and he is a UFO researcher. So then guess what 2109 does? Types up on that little dang computer. Here, Ken, here's his phone number. Call him. So
he just has his number.
Yes.
That's probably not. Well, actually, I don't know how public phone numbers are in the 80s because there's phone books, but
phone books. But I don't know where this man lived.
Right.
So would you believe it? Ken and Debbie listens. They call this man, and it was his phone number, and it was Gary Rowe when he answered the phone. So So enter in Gary, my man Gary into this convo. They start talking also with 2109. They say that Rowe would place a letter on the computer, and I think a physical letter, and 2109 would respond without Ken reading the message. But Ken was in the room, but it would respond by just I don't know, the fingertips from Nina. It can just know what it says.
What?
I don't know. But, can I prove that to be true? No, but that is what they say happened with Gary.
Oh my God.
Yes. So actually, this prompts 2109 to start getting a little bit jealous of the Lucas/Thomas and Ken's relationship. They're like, like, yeah, you're listening to me, but, like, we're not as close as you and Lucas and Thomas are. Like, you guys are telling your life story,
Oh my
and
god.
we're just sitting here giving you stuff to do. I mean, you're doing it, but, like,
Okay, well, they came in and started the
exactly.
relationship like that.
Exactly.
They shoulda came in and
Like,
made it
like Lucas
more.
and Thomas. Like, yes.
Yeah.
Like, chill. It's so funny. And so then this leads to 2109 saying to Ken and Debbie, they need to stop talking to Lucas because they are, quote unquote, trying to disrupt the experiment.
What experiments?
hmm And so, no matter how hard 2109 was insisting that they're all part of something way bigger, they never ever said what or gave any other information, like still to this day. And not even why Ken and Debbie were chosen out of everybody else. So that's just a mystery amongst many mysteries we have here. Now, getting into some of the final communications that were going on. 2109 was becoming very agitated that Ken had uncovered Thomas's real historical name. Now, this leads me into why I think he was lying about the name to begin with, Lucas/Thomas. Yeah, so obviously, once 2109 joined the chat, there was much more to focus on than just Thomas, and his
Yeah.
stories from the 1500s. Like, I mean, as
Yes.
cool as that is, they're like, okay, now what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so in the end, they did tell, like, they were like, okay, yeah, we admit, like, we know his real name, whatever. Because, like, it
Yeah.
was like this whole argument essentially for a
Okay.
while. And when Ken and Debbie finally realized, and yes, we know his real name. 2109 said that too much transparency would spoil whatever tests that they were conducting. So this is again, like, what test are we talking about? Like, what are
Right.
what are you talking about?
Like, what does that
Truly.
mean?
Yes. So even more bizarre, Ken starts expressing his doubts to 2109. And he's like, I don't really know if I'm believing you anymore. Cause, like, why are you, like, you're not really giving us information like Thomas was. Like, he was proving himself to be true, and you're not really doing that. So
Yeah.
Ken is also low-key getting mad at this point. Like,
Yeah.
it's getting heated. It's getting heated, but, like, it's low-key an argument over text. They're having a text argument right now.
Yeah.
And 2109 is like, okay, fine. You want me to prove something that'll happen to you in the future? Fine, I can. 2109 says that the solution to Fermat's last theorem would be proven in the early 1990s, and that they could hold him to it. They'd have to wait to see, because obviously it's the future, because we're in 1985, and that's, the 1990s is farther.
Why do we have to give him something that was like years ahead?
Well, I mean, I guess something, because I mean, when was the last time you heard a theorem was solved?
Yeah,
like
I guess that is
something
maybe a
like
big thing if
scientific.
he's into it, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yep. Well, guess what? The Fermat's last theorem was solved, very true, confirmed in 1995, 10 years later.
10 years.
Exactly 10 years later, yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so both of them, both Thomas and 2109, have now, like, proved, essentially, I mean, Thomas, I'll say proved more, because he proved more than just one thing, but they both proved things to be true, confirmed.
Yes.
So what the heckiana is going on here?
Yeah, like, I need to know what's happening.
Yes, so the main theory that is going on is that people claim that a time rift happened in Dodleston during this time.
Okay.
What the heckiana is a time rift? I didn't know what that was. So in theoretical terms, it's like an overlap in the normal flow of time, where two or more points in history and time kind of intersect for just like a quick moment, which allows information, matter, or consciousness to pass between them. So
consciousness.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what 2109 is.
Right.
Crazy. So a time rift is not the same thing as time travel. It doesn't require like some technology or like wormhole or physically jumping through time like some people do. it implies, like, communication across time can happen without, like, movement through space. Like
So you're still in your
like,
time, but you can
everybody's still in their
communicate.
time, but they're all there somehow in the same moment for just, like, a short period of time, and that is a time rift.
Okay, the problem I have with that though is it seems like a time rift would be quick, and this seemed like
It
it
was like a
was
year.
longer.
It
Yeah.
was like a year.
Yeah.
It does. It does. Yeah, and, like, this stuff is, like, way beyond my comprehension, like, fully, but,
Mhm.
you know, time rifts aren't really scientifically proven, so who's to say if they can't last a year? I guess,
I guess you're right.
it's just really
Yeah.
kind of a theory.
Mhm.
But so what makes this whole, the Dodleston messages so interesting is like based on like this computer, which has today been fully proven, it does not have the capability of producing this without like there's no way that
Yeah.
computer could have made these texts.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And some people actually suggest that this physical house, like being built on top of so many older foundations, could also have something to do with like the geographical constant being able to have
Okay.
like the time move around it. And like maybe that's why. Because if you remember the red sandstone that was found, and that was under like many different layers. So, like, perhaps, I guess,
Perhaps.
perhaps.
Hmm.
I mean, it's very hard to understand. So, like, you just kind of have to throw yourself off the deep end to believe
Mhm.
any of this. But, like, still, how can you kind of disprove it?
Yeah.
But to simplify, the location is fixed and the timelines are overlapping, if that kind of makes sense. So,
Okay.
these conversations, they happen a little over a year, a year and some change. And one day, the messages all completely stop. Completely. And so some people point to this gateway closing, like instead of it being like a permanent time rift, like it's like
Mhm.
just a quick one, like a little blip.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
True.
so, yes, I somehow lost my spot. But of course, you have to know people think that Ken and Debbie are completely like this is just a big hoax. They're
They typed
liars.
it all up.
Right, and that this has, like, never been proven by any real evidence. Okay, has it been proven by fake evidence? Like, I mean
I don't know. And it's like it comes down to this every single time with these stories, and it's like I just don't see these people doing this for a whole year.
yeah, literally, literally. Like, who cares? Like
Right. Like if you were gonna do a hoax like this, do it like they would do it like one or two times.
yeah,
Right? Like,
not
I
like
don't know.
a year and a half,
That
like,
right, that's what I mean.
that's dedication if they're doing this.
Yeah.
Seriously, seriously. So, March 21st, 1985 was the last known message from Thomas/Lucas. And it was a goodbye message, and he also included his life story,
Okay.
fully written out, so that he could leave it for the future, and he actually told Ken that he planned to since he wrote it all out, that he was, like, in his time, gonna make it a book, like, he would make it a book, and that Ken would be able to find the book
Oh,
in his
okay.
time. Um, he didn't find the book.
Oh, he didn't write
He
did
didn't
he
find
not
the
write
book. It
it?
didn't happen. But, he tried, and I mean, Ken had the book because he had the information, but the book was never found.
Yeah. Maybe he
Um,
just like really I don't know. He was really determined to write a book, but then he
mhm,
just like I'm not gonna do that.
right. He's like, actually, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
just got lazy.
Yeah,
Didn't do
like
it. I
seriously.
get it. I get it.
Same. I so get it. The final communication from 2109 promised Ken that he would have one more visitor, and that was it.
Um
So Ken is waiting,
Interesting.
patiently waiting, but there were no more communications from Thomas, from 2109, or anybody else after this. It was over after that.
Interesting.
Yep, there were over 300 messages in total, which is why I did not read every single one because they were very long. But Ken did end up documenting this whole series of events in his book, The Vertical Plane, The Mystery of the Dodleston Messages. It was published in 1989. But today, The Dodleston messages remain unsolved. No one has answers as to is this real or fake or hoax. We don't know. There have been recent re-examinations using forensic linguistics and digital analysis. No definitive answers have been found. Even with the top tier 2026 technology, we don't know.
Listen, you know I want it to be real just because
Oh, yeah.
of the idea of time travel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I want it to be real so bad. And if anybody's out there around me, near me, can you please send me a message on my computer like this?
Right.
I am begging.
I don't know. The future one, the like robot,
yeah,
does kind of scare me though.
It scares me too. Also, I think
But-
that the theory, it was never like confirmed, I don't think, but the theory is that that's the year that they come from. 2109.
Oh.
It's not confirmed, that's just the theory. But
yeah, I
mean, that's not that far in the future to us, I will say.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we won't see it, but it ain't that far. You know what I'm saying? So
we might see it if it's time traveler.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Or if we become time travelers and go to the future. Go back to the future.
We're gonna.
That's what they were doing. That's what 2109 was doing. They went back to the future after they talked to Ken. Crazy. Yeah. But yeah, that's the mystery. Oh, go ahead.
So, you said 2109 was a we. That's how many there are.
Oh my God, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's too many. But anyway.
I mean, maybe. No, maybe. That's crazy. I don't, and it's also crazy that my parents had heard of this.
Right, because what do you mean? I've never
I mean, they were alive, so it was probably, this was big news, obviously.
Where did you say it was again?
England.
England, okay.
England, pip, pip, cheerio, is what I said.
Yeah,
actually.
no, I do remember that. I remember.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wild. That's the mystery of the Dodleston messages. This, both yours and my story, my jaw was metaphorically on the floor the whole time.
Right. Both very unexplainable.
Like, what the heck, Yana, is going on?
Very unexplainable and possible hoaxes, but also I believe both.
Yeah, sorry. Believe in both. And, can you imagine a conversation between Lucas, Ken, 2109, and Nina? If we had them all in one group, honey, what a crew, what a squad. It's like the Avengers.
Right.
That's my Avengers anyway.
Oh my gosh.
But definitely be sure to check out our Instagram to see pictures from our story this week.
Yep.
And I mean, honestly, I really don't have much else.
I don't have anything else to say. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll see if we're gonna make our 4 movie maximum this week. We will let you guys know.
Yeah, we will.
But other than that, I guess we will see you guys next week.
Cue the music.